I never thought I'd write this down, and honestly, I still feel like I shouldn't. Last summer, my Uncle Eric came to stay with us for a few weeks. At first, it felt normal. He was charming, funny, and always seemed to know what to say. But slowly, I noticed things that didn't make sense. I saw him in places he shouldn't be, sometimes staring at me with a smile that didn't feel like him. One night, I woke to whispering in the dark, my name being called in a voice that sounded like mine. I crept downstairs and froze. There he was, or it standing by the window, smiling, but the smile was mine. My heart raced, and I didn't know if I was awake or dreaming. The next day, small things started happening that made my skin crawl. My notebook was open with pages I hadn't touched, items in my room moved, and he or it seemed to know things about me that no one else did. I tried to tell my parents, but they brushed it off, saying I was stressed. But I knew I wasn't imagining it. One afternoon, I followed him to the backyard shed, and what I saw made my blood run cold. Photographs of me, my friends, my school life, even my private notes were pinned on the walls, meticulously arranged. The thing that looked like Uncle Eric grinned at me, and in my own voice, whispered, "I've always been part of you." That night, I barricaded myself in my room, but the whispers continued. "I'm right here. We're the same. We've always been the same," it said. I realized then that it wasn't enough to copy my uncle. It wanted to replace me completely. I couldn't call anyone. I couldn't escape. All I could do was plan. I set up mirrors around my room to catch its reflection and waited for it to appear. When it did, stepping through shadows with a twisted version of my face, I held up a mirror. Its eyes met its own reflection, and it shrieked, a horrifying sound that echoed in my ears. I ran past it into the backyard, mirrors in hand, dodging its grasp. Flames from the shed rose behind me, lighting the night sky as sparks flew into the darkness. I watched shadows twist and writhe as the fire consumed the shed and everything inside. When the fire finally died down, everything was silent. The thing that had tried to replace me was gone. Even now, months later, I can't fully relax. Shadows move where they shouldn't, and sometimes I wake to whispering that seems far too familiar. And sometimes, when I look in the mirror, I swear I see a smile that isn't mine. I don't know if it's gone for good, or if it's just waiting, watching for the right moment to return. But I've learned one thing: some faces aren't meant to be trusted, and some shadows aren't just shadows.